Delicious.
12, 14, 16. Che piatto è arrivato?
Welcome back to Tortellino. Earlier we made with Giusy and Mariella some Christmas sweets and treats. And if you're interested in watching the video, you will find it eventually here. I'm not sure if that will be published before this video or not, but eventually you'll find it up here. And we are now about to cook for tomorrow. And tomorrow is 16 of us, and we will be doing pasta, but also we will be doing some meat. And this is meat rolled, which we will be filling with lots of goodies. So Mariella and Giusy are going to show you how to do that, and hopefully you will enjoy it as well.
Giusy, che carne è?
Questa è una carne, proprio un taglio di carne tipico per il bruciolo, è molto tenera. È carne di vitello.
Vitellina di latte.
Sì, deve essere molto tenera.
It's veal, everybody.
Sì.
Now, there's part of me that doesn't like the idea of veal, but there's another part of me that loves the taste.
Posso mettere le uova
You kind of
dentro?
have to get used to it over here, they love it. Allora, hai messo un po' di sale, sì?
Sì, abbiamo messo il sale, ora prendiamo tutti gli ingredienti che utilizzeremo per prepararli. Allora, questo di qua è il lardo.
Okay, so she's chopping the fat into chunks. What are you doing, Dylan?
Well, apparently we didn't have any breadcrumbs. They forgot
Le
to
stiamo
buy
dando
them.
mano
So
a mano, no?
I am making some using some bread. There you go. And they found these in the freezer. That's one enough. So I'm using initiative.
You're such
We
a
had
clever,
some bread
such a clever
left over.
boy.
I'm not sure you're not clever. But I didn't fancy going out and buy some breadcrumbs, so I'm making some.
Allora, ho tagliato il formaggio. Questo è un tipico formaggio che fanno dalle nostre parti in Sicilia e si chiama primo sale. È il formaggio proprio senza essere trattato, il più semplice che c'è. E quindi lo sto tagliando perché è uno degli ingredienti che andremo a mettere all'interno dei brucioli. Stiamo mettendo la mollica.
So now we're going to layer up the slices of veal. It's got breadcrumbs.
Il prezzemolo, ok. Mettilo in mezzo, Maria, così ce l'abbiamo qua. Così.
And now the parsley. Cosa fai adesso, Maria?
Stiamo mettendo il formaggio.
Metto il cheese.
Cheese.
Sì.
So it's pecorino and parmesan cheese together.
Giulia?
Sì.
Comunque dobbiamo dire che l'idea è stata di Anna.
Di Anna, la nostra sorella maggiore.
By the way, can you see me over here?
Yeah,
Over
I
here,
can, yeah.
The idea was that my mum used to make this a lot when she was younger, and my sister Anna, who is not here, she thought it would be a good idea if mum was to make some of the bruciole with us all. Julie, could you just turn around to see how busy my mum is, please?
Let's have a little
ce la
look.
mandiamo un
Oh,
video, Anna.
she's busy.
Francesca,
She's busy.
fai un
Ciao,
video
Lucia.
e lo metto. Allora, la ricetta prevede l'aggiunta di pinoli e abbiamo appena aggiunto i pinoli. Ora metteremo anche...
Aspetta un momento.
Sì.
They've put some pine nuts on. I don't know if we can get... Oh yes, you can see them, look. So the pine nuts have just been sprinkled on top,
mezzo.
along with everything else. E allora cosa mettiamo
Ora
adesso?
stiamo mettendo la pancetta.
This is slices of... This is slices
Speriamo
of
che sia
pancetta.
sufficiente.
As you can see, they all arrive nicely sliced, just perfect to pop on.
Ok.
And now they're adding the cut up fat.
Allora, divido le uova. Allora, Mariella, le uova come li taglio?
Quanti ce ne sono?
Così? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Ok.
A metà così? Come dici di farli? Per lungo? Guarda,
Li
così?
fai per lungo.
Così, Maria?
No, guarda come.
Dimmi come.
Ti dico come faccio io almeno. Faccio così.
Ah, ok.
E poi metà e metà.
Va bene, ok.
capito? Se la vedi tutta te?
Così?
No, faccio così.
Ah, ok.
Così ci capita tutte e due.
Ok.
Look how lovely they look.
Mamma mia.
Time to roll them up.
Sì.
Ci fai una piccola svoltina qua,
Sì?
una qua, così che
Sì.
non esce. Poi comincia dalla parte più bassa,
Sì.
mettiamo un po' di ingredienti e lo cominci a rotolare.
Ok, allora falli, va, dai, mentre io preparo la teglia.
Non è stupida.
Bravo! Giulia, bravo, bravissimo, continua.
Joint effort now, everybody.
Once the meat has been rolled, I'll put a toothpick in and out so that it seals on the top, and I'll turn it on the side, and I'll just put it through because then nothing will come out for certain. And I'll do the same on the other side, so each meat roll will have 3 toothpicks, like so.
Allora, sto preparando il lettegame, ho messo l'olio dove andremo a friggere i brucioli prima di diciamo metterli nel sugo.
Buongiorno once again. The meat rolls are done in terms of being browned, and they're here. They rested overnight covered with some cling film, and this is not something that necessarily you have to do. It's only because of the sheer volume. We got them ready the day before, so we will cook them today, but obviously this is something that you could do immediately if you are making this recipe, from browning them to cooking them. So I'm going to be showing you what I'll do next, and cook them in a tomato sauce, and I'll do that now, and then we will be using the tomato sauce also to make the pasta. So Mariella and Giusy left me in charge to cook the meat rolls today, and I need to now put them in the pasta sauce, and I will be doing a little soffritto to start with. They might argue that it's not necessary because the meat will release lots of flavors anyway, but they're not here, and I am.
Oh
So
my
I
God,
like
they've left him on his own.
and I like to do a little soffritto because I think a little garlic, a little carrot, and a little onion at the base before we add the tomato sauce will be
I
perfect.
agree, it'd give it a nice kick. But I don't think you realise the enormity of this, because normally
Oh,
in
yes.
Sicily, the women do take over. They don't let the men in
No,
the kitchen.
no. So I'm taking my
Francesco's a
life
bit
in
of
my
an
own hands.
anomaly, wanting to cook.
However, I will not be going mad with my soffritto. I will only use one medium-sized onion, and I've got a red one here because my mum has got red onions in a tray, one carrot, and a few cloves of garlic. And as this is going to be cooking for the very least a couple of hours, I will be chopping my onion in relatively small, well, big pieces I should say, not small. I have scrubbed the carrot as I could not find a potato peeler, so I've decided to give it a good wash, which is fine because the skin is pretty good anyway, and I'll chop it in relatively big pieces as well. And as this is going to be a fairly large batch, I will use 3 or 4 cloves of garlic there. Okay, I'll remove the bum as it's a little bit tough, and I'll leave the skin on, and I'll just crush each clove a little so that releases even more flavor. And I'll pick the pot
The smallest pot we could find.
which my sister Mariella left, and I'll add my garlic, my onion, and the carrots all together.
Where else would you keep your oil, Francesco? I'd keep it in a whiskey decanter if it was me.
Yes. Anyway, in it goes, and I'll be a little bit more generous as I want to create a good base.
Look at the colour of that, lovely. Beautiful stuff. It's really spicy because it's fresh, isn't it?
And I'll put this on to start browning all of my vegetables together. So the vegetables are beginning to sizzle, and I'll leave them to cook for a good couple of minutes until they soften up, and then I will be adding the passata. I will be using a couple of liters of passata, and I'm getting it ready beforehand to make sure that there is enough, as I'm cooking 20 meat rolls. And this is ready now, and I will go and add it to the vegetables. Just like this. So my sauce is beginning to boil, which is perfect. What I'll do though, to make it easier for you, so you can see what I do, as this is a little bit awkward, I'll move it out of the way, and I will be adding my meat rolls in the sauce now. I suspect maybe you could do this while the sauce is cold. I don't know why, maybe it's tradition, but we normally wait until the sauce has start boiling and then we add them in. I don't really know if it makes any difference, but I'll stick to the tradition.
Oh, yeah. It's bad enough you've made a soffritto. Don't tell anybody.
Shh, don't tell anybody. And just position them on top of one another, assuming you're making 20. By the way, you do not have to cook them in tomato sauce if you wanted to, as they are, literally, once they've been browned and they are all sealed. You can put them in a tray and temperature 180 degrees in the oven for about 30 minutes, and they will be lovely. A little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper on top, before and after, and maybe at the end also you can sprinkle a little parsley. I think I'm beginning to change my mind. And they will be ready. They only need to cook for about 30 minutes. in the sauce they will be cooking for a good couple of hours so that all of the flavors will be released in the sauce, and the sauce will obviously be used for the pasta.
But
that is
30
an
minutes, may I
alternative.
say, is that just because it's veal, or would it be
Yes.
longer if they were beef ones?
Well, no, because beef doesn't need to cook too long. Actually, the longer you cook it in the oven, the tougher it might get. Different sort of scenario than when you're doing them in the sauce. But then if you like your steak, for example, well done, you might want to cook them for longer. But 30 minutes, 180 degrees should be perfect. And here are my last two. I'm pushing them down as much as I can, and I think actually I might add a little bit more of my passata, as I want to make sure that once they start, they are all covered in sauce. So having already thought that might have been the case, I've got a third one here ready, and I'll just top it up. And the good thing about this is that any sauce left over, you can always freeze it or put it in the fridge and do pasta another day.
But that won't be the case today.
Little water again and top it up. And the meat has been resting on this tray. Look, all of the lovely juice. It would be absolutely a waste not to use it, so I'm going to add it as well, and that will add
definitely.
enhanced flavour. One more job left before they go back on the hob. Salt. I've not put any salt, so I'm going to put a little sprinkle of salt. Not a lot, as it can always be added later yet again, and Julie will tell me off. A quick adjustment with my wooden spoon to ensure that everything is equally distributed once again. And let's move back to the hob.
You need your muscles for this one.
I mean, yes you do. And it's on again. I'll place the lid on because it will reach the boil much quicker. But once it starts boiling, I'll turn it down on the minimum setting and I'll leave it to literally cook long and slow for 2 hours. And I'll see you then. We can get one out before everybody arrives, because once they all
Hopefully,
get here,
yeah.
will be absolutely
Be
pandemonic,
carnage,
carnage. And then we can open one up and have a look inside. So I'll see you in about a couple of hours. And 2 hours are over, so time to get them out. Oh, this is like being in the gym. It's so heavy. I have to be honest, the smell is absolutely
It
wonderful.
is wonderful. Look at that. Delicious.
Now what I'll do for the benefit of this video, I will get one out and I will place it on my wooden board here. One ask, please, especially if you've got children, remember to remove all of the toothpicks before you serve them.
Oh
They
my gosh,
can be
this is
very
his.
dangerous.
This is his normal thing. When our kids were little, he'd be like, "Take the toothpicks out.
Well, no, I
How
used
many
to
take
do it myself actually to avoid any problems. So I know that there are 3 in each one, so I'll just go along and remove them. But it's really, really hot. Oh, blimey!
Where's the third one? You've only found 2.
It's in there, but it's too hot, so I'm gonna leave it for the time being. Ah, there! Look, I can feel it. And here is the third one.
Oh, well done.
Now let's have a look. Let's open one in half.
Ooh.
Bang on the egg. And let's remove some from here.
Yum. Blimey. He's having half a meat roll as
The
as a little taster.
The addition of the egg, by the way, is a very, very Sicilian thing. So if you don't like eggs, you don't have to add them.
I'm
in,
not a
of
huge
course.
lover myself, but I manage.
You manage, yes, I noticed. Divine. The meat is really tender, and the sauce has made everything lovely and moist. Absolutely beautiful. I will put it back in a minute, and I will add some footage towards the end when everybody arrives, so you get a little bit of a feel of the spirit. And the pasta that they're bringing is also homemade. Giusy is making, I think, so that will be even more traditional. Well, I hope you have enjoyed these videos and the other videos, and if you're enjoying the channel and its content, I would appreciate you subscribing and liking and sharing the videos, because it will really help me growing the channel, reaching more people, and hopefully do more and more in the future. Thank you for watching and see you later. Ciao ciao. Allora Giusy,
Sì.
hai fatto la pasta, me la
Sì.
fai vedere?
Sì, certo.
Quindi queste sono tagliatelle, fettuccine.
Queste sono tagliatelle, sì, fatte con il metodo tradizionale, semplicemente farina e acqua, non sono delle tagliatelle all'uovo.
E quante ne hai fatte?
Allora, ne abbiamo fatti 2,5 kg circa.
2,5 kg.
Forse qualcosa in più.
Forse, allora senza forse.
Sì, 3 kg.
Ciao, grazie.
Prego. Troppissimo.
Questo vuole un bollone. 12, 14, 16.
Sale l'hai messo, Mari?
Sister,
Siamo qua.
immagino che pasta.
Come c'è la scoperta? Non è che manca. Ok. Avete sempre
Il piatto è arrivato.
Bene così.
E lì anche le vedi. Passi bricioli, ma
Guardate tutta la pasta.
Wow, bellissimi!
La foto. E
Tanti auguri!